When you save on auto insurance for driving safe with USAA Safe Pilot, you'll feel like a big deal, even in a traffic jam. Save up to 30% with USAA Safe Pilot. Restrictions apply.
The Shark Deck.
Today's Palace Intrigue is brought to you by 5 Good News Stories. Can I interest you in some meatballs made out of mammoth meat? No? All right, hi, I'm Johnny Mack, host of 5 Good News Stories. It's a twice-a-week podcast where I share some upbeat stories like the dog who only will respond to commands if you use an Irish brogue. Or what about the guy who's filling potholes with noodles? Or the woman who, congratulations, she passed her driver's license. Oh, by the way, it was her 960th try. You heard me correctly. It's 5 Good News Stories. Nice, easy way to start your morning. 5 Good News Stories. The number 5 Good News Stories, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The British tabloids must have gotten bored with wondering if Harry and Meghan will attend the coronation or not, as the Mirror digested off the old "Will Meghan get into politics?" article. Sign number 1, which we mentioned yesterday, Harry and Meghan paid almost £90,000 to Michelle Obama's former press secretary for strategic support for social impact PR. The Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Meyer says the payment gives you some indication about whether Meghan has political ambition. Some people have said it's frankly ridiculous, but I wouldn't bet against it. Sign number 2, cold calling senators. Per the Mirror, Meghan has cold called Senators Shelley Moore, Capito and Susan Collins using a withheld number and told them, "This is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex." Senator Capito said she was at the wheel when her phone went. "I'm in my car, I'm driving, it says caller ID blocked," the senator recalled. "I thought it was Senator Joe Manchin, his calls come in blocked." And she goes, "Senator Capito?" I said, "Yes." She said, "This is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex." Meghan had been given their mobile numbers by Senator Kristen Gillibrand. The next sign, in 2021, Meghan and Harry told a crowd of 60,000 people at a New York COVID concert that where you're born should not dictate your ability to survive. Meghan said, "Every single person on this planet has a fundamental right to get this vaccine, but that's not happening. It is wrong that so much of the vaccine supply has only gone to just 10 wealthy nations and not everyone else. It's just not okay." We may be stretching now, but okay, let's move on to the next reason. Royal charity work, which seems quite stretchy, but could also suggest Kate Middleton plans to run for president despite being ineligible. Although she could apply to become a US citizen and then from there become a senator. Get your Kate in 28 bumper stickers ready. Publicity expert Matt Yanofsky has told the Mirror it's impossible to predict what Meghan will do next, but if she runs for office, she'll likely lose. Americans elect celebrities for office, even controversial celebrities, but historically these celebrities have been more WWE than Vogue. Look at Donald Trump and Jesse Ventura. Even Ronald Reagan appeared in westerns and B-movies. He wasn't classy Oscar bait. He appealed to working Joes. Charitable giving alone won't keep her in the spotlight. Many women attend charity balls, and you don't see them in the newspapers. Take Nikki Hilton. She lives the old-fashioned, charity ball-driven heiress life, but nobody cares about her. They care about her sister Paris, who is on reality TV, causing drama and partying in Ibiza. Sex and drama sell, charity doesn't. Until she divorces Harry, she's exhausted all the royal drama there is to exploit. To stay relevant, Meghan now needs to hustle like the Kardashians, Paris Hilton, and other women famous for being themselves. Like everyone famous for being themselves, she should show up to nearly every event she's invited to attend where there will be cameras. If she acts too cocky to show up at unpaid events, she'll fade into obscurity. We're going to observe that Matt threw "until she divorces Harry" out there, as if that's a foregone conclusion. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Hey, have you noticed your grocery bill creeping up lately? Are you finding your dollar just isn't going as far as it used to? Well, I have a solution, and it means 50% off with America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime this spring by delivering pre-portioned ingredients and easy-to-prepare recipes right to your door. Skip the checkout lines, save some bucks, and get outside in the warmer weather because HelloFresh has dinner covered. Spend less time in the kitchen with quick and easy meals like HelloFresh's fast and fresh pineapple chicken tacos or falafel power bowls, ready in 15 minutes or less. Looking for more ways to save? HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% cheaper than takeout. That's a lot of math. But trust me, these savings add up, because here's the great part. Go to HelloFresh.com/Palace50 and use the code Palace50 for 50% off. Plus, your first box ships free. That's HelloFresh.com/Palace50. HelloFresh.com/Palace50. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of two, to two members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast. Available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
If you enjoy Palace Intrigue while driving your children to school, you may want to hit pause right now, as the next story is naughty. In the meantime, I'll remind you to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Are the kids gone? Good. Because a sex toy company's raunchy Prince Harry-themed advertisement has been banned. The Mirror reports Love Honey's digital billboard advertisement featured an image of a bowl gag and a large text that stated, "Silence is golden, Harry." Smaller text underneath listed their website where you could acquire the product. Johannes Plettenberg, Love Honey CEO, said, "We welcome its ruling that the Silence is Golden billboard ad was not in breach of causing harm or offence. The ad was intended as a tongue-in-cheek response to Prince Harry's memoir, in particular to the extracts that contained indiscreet and inappropriate revelations that could be classified as TMI. However, the ruling that the ad was inappropriate is yet another example of the complete censorship of anything remotely sex-positive, whether it be search engines restricting access to sexual wellness retailers or social media removing images of female nipples while allowing male nipples. The story is always the same. Even though a bowl gag in isolation has no explicit sexual reference and would not be immediately identifiable by those who don't know what it is, it was still deemed too sexual for public viewing for 10 seconds at a time. When we started this podcast, we thought we would just report on what Kate was wearing to a charity event, and yet there's something new every day with this lot. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, YouTube Music, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.